Did you know that in the town of Stone in Staffordshire, that there's the remnants of a 13th century priory, and it's hidden underneath this house? This house is known as the Priory, and for good reason, because it sits on top of what remains of a much earlier monastery. This beautiful Georgian house on Lichfield Street in Stone is now a private residence, but the lovely owners gave me access to the cellar, and I'm going to take you through to have a look at what's hiding down here. The original priory dates back to around 670 AD, and I have written a blog post about this, so if you want to go into depth and you want to know more about the history of this, please go and read the blog post. But what you can see here is the remnants of the medieval priory that was left in underneath the house when it was built. The arches are from the 13th century priory, and the later walls were added when the house was built to keep them structurally supported. This part of the basement is part of the Georgian house, but as you can see, there's a real mishmash of history down here. The floor probably would have been originally covered in these tiles, but it's been made into something that is functional now. There's no solid records of what the priory would have looked like, although we do have a rough idea of what the shape would have been. And because of that, it seems that this flat wall, which is made out of the original priory stone, was put in at a much later date when the house was built to support the arches. So there is evidence that behind this wall is actually the crypt. Because if you do go and read the blog post, you'll see that this has been many different churches and it's been a priory, and throughout the dissolution of the monasteries, many things have happened on this site. So the tombs of the people that were buried in the original church probably would be in that crypt now, and some of them are outside as well. There is a serious amount of history just in this one small area, and I'm so lucky to have been allowed down here to take some videos and take some photographs and record the history. The church that now stands on the site is called St Mary and St Wolford, and this gives an idea into how the priory began, and actually how the town of Stone got its name. And like I said, I'm not going to go into massive amount of depth on this video because I've done all the research and put it all into a blog post, so feel free to head over to the website, which is theredheadstokey.co.uk, if you want to read the in-depth history of this house and the priory. The folklore says that King Wulfhart of Mercia killed his sons Ulfred and Rufin. Their mother, Ermenhild, gave him a traditional Saxon burial and covered the grave with stones, and this is where it's said that the name of Stone for the town comes from. The church that stands today is made out of the original brick from the priory. Thank you for watching, guys, and if you want to see more local history videos like this, then please check out my other videos, and if you want to know more about this particular one, you can check out the blog on theredheadstokey.co.uk. Thank you very much, and don't forget to give me a follow.